Hi everyone. I just wanted to do another epilepsy story, my epilepsy story. I kind of felt like the last one wasn't that great, so I'm going to go ahead and do another one. My name is Alex, and I am 20 years old. I am from Topeka, Kansas, and I am epileptic. Well, I have epilepsy, sorry, because we don't really like the term epileptic. So as I just said, yes, I'm from Topeka, Kansas, and I've been working with a great group of neurologists since I was 15. I've been having these seizures since I was like 12 or 13, and then when I was pregnant and had my daughter at age 15, they started getting worse. I had two grand mal seizures, can't talk, when I was in labor with my daughter, which caused me to have an emergency C-section. Well, after that, and also before that, I also had these seizures. They're partial seizures, is what they are, and every now and then I will have a grand mal seizure, but they would always start in my stomach, and it would just feel like a tightening in my stomach. And then that tightening feeling would rise to my chest, and then I noticed I would get nauseous and start heavily breathing, and then after that I would just go unconscious, and was told this can last a minute to a minute and a half, and come out of it, and sometimes I wouldn't, I'd wonder what happened, wonder what was going on, sometimes wonder where I was at. But like I said, I've been having this since I was 12 or 13. Weren't so bad before I had my daughter. And then after I had my daughter, they started getting progressively worse. And so I've been working with a neurologist. I saw him when I had my daughter. Went and saw him a few times. And then after that, stopped seeing him up until just a few months ago, actually. I started seeing him again. And they did an MRI and showed that in one part of my brain there, I guess, is a thickening, which he believes where my seizures are coming from. But yesterday, I went to the University of Kansas Medical Center in Kansas City, Kansas, and spoke with a neurology specialist up there who says that he thinks it's coming from my temporal lobe, whereas my neurologist here in Topeka thinks it's coming from my left frontal lobe. So, I've had EEGs done and the MRI. The neurologist specialist in Kansas City is supposed to look over my MRI, and okay, sorry everyone, I'm back. Had to stop. We had someone show up at my house. So, yeah, like I said, my neurology specialist in Kansas City is supposed to be looking over my, sorry, I have a hair on my face, my MRI, and seeing where that goes. He did confirm that I do have focal epilepsy, which means that my seizures start in a small, very small part of my brain and slowly start to branch out. Whereas more epilepsies, like when you have a grand mal seizure, it's not just one part of your brain, it's your entire brain, like all over. But the seizures I have, start in one small area and can produce into a grand mal seizure, which is why sometimes I do have those. I haven't had one in about a year. I have been on Keppra. I started out with 500 milligrams, and now I'm up to 1,500 milligrams of Keppra. Seem to be doing okay on it, but come January 22nd, I will be admitted to the hospital, the KU Med Center, for 3 to 7 days to do a video EEG, just to see exactly where the seizures are coming from. And hopefully I'll have a seizure within that amount of time. It usually takes, if I don't take my medicine for 2 or 3 days, then I'll have one. But hopefully they'll be able to catch it and see what's exactly going on. And then he says this would be the first step towards seeing whether I'm going to need surgery or not. And ooh, baby's crying. Hold on. Okay, seems like I'm never gonna get this video done. Sorry, my niece decided to beat up my daughter, so I had to go up there and fix that. Oh God, what was I saying? Oh my God, I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, anyway, the video EEG. I'm really hoping that they'll catch and figure out where these seizures are coming from. And like I said, this will be the first step toward seeing whether surgery is going to be possible or plausible, whether I need it or not. But he said as long as the medication's helping, that I probably won't. We'll just have to see where things go. That's really my epilepsy story. I mean, it's scary, and I would love to talk to more people who are epileptic or have epilepsy, and maybe start like a group or something on YouTube and talk about it and see how things going for each other and everything. It's just a lot to handle. I mean, epilepsy is scary, if you ask me. But yeah, that's my epilepsy story, and I'm glad I could share that.